from yesterday's quiz. You have here 50% of the answers, half of the quiz, okay? Don't bother to submit a quiz if you don't know the answers. Try to take advantage of it. If you guess and you get one answer right or half answer right, this is not helping your grade at all. Take advantage. We are sharing here every day at least 50% of the answers. So you can check yours, check your answers before you submit. You're gonna have guaranteed at least 50% of the grade. But if you complete the other half, the other 50%, there's a very good chance that you're gonna have more than 50%. Okay? Try to complete, but not guess. Try to work. Try to understand what you're doing. Take advantage of it. Moving. Good morning, Adrian. Good morning. Moving to the topic of today's class, and we resume linear inequalities. Remember, a few months ago we are working with linear inequalities, and I told you in the future we're gonna see linear inequalities again. We're gonna work again, and this is the future. We are right into the future. Now we are working with linear inequalities again. Yesterday we learned how to graph linear inequalities in two variables. As usual, here on the math course, on our course, we have procedures for everything. And there's a procedure to graph linear inequalities. The step by step is this on the screen. Step number 1, you solve for y, if possible. Step number 2, graph the related equation. And we will see again what's the related equation. And step number 3, shade above or below the line, depending on the inequality that you have. If you have an inequality that's greater than, you shade above. If you have the inequality that's less than, you shade below the line. This is the step by step. Let's apply today this step by step in a few more examples. Yesterday we worked a couple of examples. Today we have a couple more. So example, graph the solution set of 4x greater or equal to -12. And this is a special case of inequality. Let me show you why. This is a special case because we have 4x greater or equal than -12. Let's try to apply the first step. Jacob is asking something here. Good morning, I have a question. What if we turn in one 100% quiz and one 50% quiz? Would our grade go up or down? Jacob, is going to go up because if you see the average here is it depends on your grade. But if the more you turn in, the more quiz you turn in, more your grade is going to go up. If you turn in this, the average is going to be 75%, like 100% and 50. So you're going to have an average of 75%. If you keep doing this every week, you're going to have an average of 75%. A little bit less, but you have the extra credits, you have the tests. You can have 75% easily. That's the answer. It's going to be around 75% if you turn in quizzes like that, 150%. Okay, moving. Thank you for the question, Jacob. Let's work on this inequality here. This is a special case, and check the procedure. Step number 1. Solve for y if possible. Let's solve for y. Oops! That's a problem. Look at that. We don't have y. I cannot see any y here. And what do we do if we don't have y? Well, this is a special situation. That's why I told you this is a special case. We cannot solve for y. Then we will solve for x. Divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. to get rid of this 4 here in front of x, and then the inequality is going to be x greater or equal than negative 12 divided by 4, negative 3. Now the next step, we had to skip step number 1. Now let's try to apply step number 2. Graph the related equation. Okay, what is the related equation here? The related equation is x equals negative 3. This is the related equation. How do we graph it? Well, come here to the graph, to the coordinate system. Find x equals negative 3 on the x-axis and x equals negative 3 on the x-axis. Is this point here, right? Negative 3. And this is a special situation because this graph is going to be a vertical line. You have here a vertical line. Okay, this is the graph of this related equation. X equals negative 3. For every y, x equals negative 3. That means it will result in a vertical line. The next step, check this step by step, the procedure, step number 3. There's another problem here. Look at that. Shade above or below the line. We don't have above or below the line here. The line is vertical. What do you mean by above or below? Again, this is special case. We don't have above or below here. We need to check. Get 1 point, let's say this point here, x equals 1. And ask yourself, is 1 greater or equal than negative 3? Yes, 1 is greater or equal than negative 3. Get another point, let's say 5. Is 5 greater or equal than negative 3? Yes. So any point that you select here on the right hand side of the line, the answer is going to be yes. And any point that you select on the left hand side, if you try on the inequality, the answer is going to be no, like let's say negative 5. Is negative 5 greater or equal to negative 3? No. And because of that, we will shade the right hand side, the area that's on the right hand side of the line. This is the result, this is the answer for that question, that problem. That's it, done. We graphed the inequality for x greater or equal to negative 12. This is the result. Tell me if you have any question, any feedback, anything that you. The next example we have here is the inequality 3y greater than 9. And let me write the inequality 3y greater than 9. And this is kind of a special case as well, because we can solve for y. We have y here. Now we have y. That's great. But we don't have x. See, there's no x. So this is another special case. We can solve for y. Let's solve for y. Divide both sides here by 3. Then you're going to have y greater than 9 divided by 3 is 3. This is the inequality. Find the related equation, and the related equation here is y equals 3. This is the related equation. Draw the related equation on the plane, on the xy plane, on the rectangular on our graph. So let's draw here. Y equals 3. On the y-axis, you have to find where y is equal to 3 is here. And remember the first example, we had a vertical line. Now we have y equals 3. Instead of a vertical line, we will have a horizontal line. Y equals 3 is a special case that will result a horizontal line. Now I have a horizontal line. Why did I draw this? Why did I draw this line dashed? Tell me why. Why do you think I draw this line dashed? Is dash? Let me tell you. We will check this as well on the quiz. We will understand this and practice on the quiz. If we don't have the equal sign underneath the inequality symbol, and we don't have the equal sign here, right? We don't have this. This is not here. It's just greater than 3. If we don't have the equal sign, we have to draw a dashed line. And we will understand what means this dashed line. We're going to practice this on the quiz. So dashed line, horizontal line. Now let's go to the step number 3, the area that we need to shade. And since y is greater than, we have the inequality here, y greater than something, we're going to shade everything that's above the line. We have above the line here. So we shade everything above the line. This is the result. This is what we're looking for. Okay? That's the second example that I have for today. This is again another special case. The first one we have a vertical line. This second example here, the second special case, we have a horizontal line. I think if you don't have any questions, if you don't have any comments, I think we are ready to work on the quiz. Let's work on our quiz. Or if you have any specific question about anything that I drew or wrote that was not clear, let me know. But if not, maybe we can move and practice on some of these things on a quiz. Okay, let's move. Great. Let's move to the quiz. But before, as usual, I want you to answer this bell work for me. Type a message. Tell me what do you think is going to be the time the rockets will take to crash to each other. The rockets are really fast. The one is 9,000 miles per hour. The other one is 21,000 miles per hour. They are 1,000 miles apart. It's quite a large distance. So a long distance. Long distance. How many minutes it will take for the rockets to collide? What do you think? Send me your. Let's check how to work this out. Well, if you let's say, like Iwi was calculating, Iwi was working in the right direction, with the right thinking. Let's say you're here, you're looking at the rockets from the floor, from far away, and you see the speed of this rocket here, let's say 9K. And the speed of this other rocket, 21K. And if you're looking at the rockets, that's what you see, right? If you're looking at the rockets, that's what you see. And you can solve it. You can solve like this using system of linear equations, because the rockets are gonna crash at this point, and you can say this is x, this is y, and x plus y is 1,000. You can calculate, you can find a system of linear equations here. But I will suggest to you a different way. It's kind of dangerous, right? Just be careful, it's dangerous. Don't do this in real life. Don't try this at home. Don't do it in real life, never. I'm not responsible for your health if you do this in real life. Climb in one of the rockets. Now I'm gonna be here on top of one of the rockets. See? But just imagine, don't do it in real life. Now, for you are observing, you are on top of the rocket. For you, this rocket has a speed 0. because you're traveling on it. You are on top of it. The speed of this rocket is 0. And the other rocket is approaching at this speed here, 9k plus 21k. See? For you that is looking here inside the on top of the rocket, you're going to see the other rocket approaching at the speed 9k plus 21k. The total speed is going to be 9,000 plus 21,000, 30,000. This is the total speed of the other rocket, 30,000. This is the speed he's approaching. It's approaching. The other rocket is approaching you. Right? Now we can calculate fast, because distance equals speed times time. The distance is 1,000 equals speed 30,000 times time. The time is going to be 1,000 divided by 30,000. This is 1 over 30. Time is 1 hour divided by 30. What is 1 hour? How many minutes have 1 hour? 60 minutes. 1 hour divided by 30 equals, what's 1 hour divided by 30? 60 minutes divided by 30. 60 minutes divided by 30 is 60 minutes divided by 30 is 2 minutes. That's right, you will. The answer is 2 minutes. The answer is going to be 2 minutes. Thank you. Thank you, you will. The answer is 2 minutes. So we didn't have a winner. You answered 10 minutes and 12 minutes. Well, I'm gonna say that 10 minutes is closer because it's a bit less than 12 minutes. RIP passengers. Yeah, but I don't suggest never do this in real life. No, this is just a way of calculating it faster, because the speed is going to be the speed of approaching, the speed of the observer. We use this a lot when working with physics. This is the reality of the observer. If you're observing, it depends on the observer, right? The guy here on top of the rocket is going to observe the other rocket really fast approaching, coming towards you. That's it. 2 minutes is the right answer, Kalia. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Irwil, Kalia. Thank you, Anjali. And Alanis, thank you. Jacob, a few minutes. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for helping. Thank you for participating. Now let's work on our quiz. That's it. 2 minutes. The quiz, remember 2 minutes here? The quiz is this one. I promise you this quiz is very simple, very straightforward. It's long because it has so many items, but the items are fast. You can answer fast. Let's get the first one. The first part is decide if the given point is a solution to the inequality. Now let's get the first inequality that we have here. 2x minus y is greater than 8. Is this point here, point A, x equals 3, y equals -5, is a solution to the inequality? To answer this question, you have to plug in the point, the values into the inequality. So 2 times x equals 3, right? X equals 3, 2 times 3, minus y. Y is -5, minus -5. Is it greater than 8? I don't know yet. 2 times 3 is 6, minus -5, negative, positive, greater than 8. That means 11, right? 6 plus 5, 11. Is 11 greater than 8? Is this true or false? Is 11 greater than 8. What do you think? Is this true or is this false? True! That's true. That means yes. This is a solution. And that's how you do the first part. You check if after you plug in the numbers, you plug in x and y, you find something that's true, yes, it is a solution, and you find something that's not true, it's not going to be a solution. The next part is even easier. The next part, you just have to type the right inequality sign. The first thing you have to check is you have to check the shaded parts, the shaded area. If the shaded area is below the line, then it's going to be, in this case here, letter Q. If the shaded area is below the line, it's going to be less than. And you have a dashed line. That means you don't have the equal sign here, no equal sign. So this example is going to be just less than. If you have the shaded line, if you have the solid line, then you have the less and equal. Okay? With the solid line. That's it. And here is asking a question. I was confused about this assignment when I was looking at it earlier this morning. But I get, yes, this is not hard. You just have to plug in x and y and find if it's true or if it's false. And Kalia didn't get it yet. Let me get another example for you, Kalia, okay? Let's try here another example. Another good example is letter, let me see one that's not. Letter E is yes, letter F. Letter F. Let's, yeah. Let's try letter F here. The inequality for letter F is this one. Okay, Kalia? Y less or equal to -2. Now you're going to plug in y is 0. Y is 0. We don't have x, we just have y. Plug in 0 into the inequality. 0 less or equal to -2. What do you think, Kalia? Is 0 less or equal to -2? Is this true or is this false? What do you think, Kalia? Another way of working out this first part is using the graphing calculator. You type here the inequality. Okay, this is the inequality. 2x minus y greater than 8. And you're gonna have the graph. And then you type the points. Point A, 3 and -5. Point B, 4, -2. Point C, -1 and -10. If the point falls inside the dashed, the area that's shaded, the shaded area, if the point falls inside the shaded area, that means the point is a solution. Yes, is a solution. So A, yes, B, yes. If the point falls outside the shaded area, or in this case, on the line, is right on the line here, point C, is right on the line, but the line is dashed, that means no, is not a solution. Is another way. You can use the graphing calculator as well. I don't know, maybe for some of you it might be easier to use the graphing calculator, or for some it's more difficult. It's better to just plug in the numbers and find the solution.